so much hate existing right now. Like, this is the worst time to be alive. First of all, I hate being a Nigerian. Second of all, I hate being a woman. Not like I would rather be a man, I would just rather not exist. There's such, I don't know, it's just, I can't help myself. I don't know if I should say I wish I wasn't this self-aware. I wish I wasn't this aware of the kind of world we live in. You know, when they say like ignorance is bliss, people who don't know what's really going on or just don't want to think about it, they kind of live happily, and you know, even though they don't really know what's going on, they just, I don't know, or maybe they don't pay attention. I just feel like there's no way you're gonna live in this world and you're not gonna be attentive to things that are happening around you. You know, people in power misusing power, you know, eating and raping babies. You know, there's barely a rich person that actually, you know, got their money by being just a decent human. Most rich people are just not even good people. I don't even know why we're here. Like, I keep asking, why are we even here? Some people console themselves with the fact that there's an afterlife, and that's the most important one, which is, I don't even know what it is because I've never been dead. You know, it's just a lot of bullshit. It's just a lot of bullcrap. Like, how can anyone exist like this? How can anyone exist like this? How can you not be aware of your environment? How can you not be aware of this world? How can you not be aware of the evil people that run the world? As far as I'm concerned, I would always say, even if there was God and devil, I don't think God actually runs the world. Because if I was God, I wouldn't let this much damage be done to my earth. And if there is a devil, it is the devil that actually runs the world. I just don't know what exactly it is right now, because a lot of crimes go unpunished, because even those who are in power are the real perpetrators of true crimes. You know, a lot of damage has been done to the world, and people in power are doing the most damage. Nigeria is like the worst country in the world. Like, I hate being a Nigerian. I wish I was one of those who escaped. You know, I wish I had the privilege to, you know, exist somewhere else that's not Nigeria. You know, I don't believe there's anywhere worse as Nigeria. Like, I really just wish I'm not existing as a woman in Nigeria right now, because look around you. Misogyny is literally everywhere. You're struggling as a Nigerian, and then you're struggling as a Nigerian, as a woman living in Nigeria. Like, I'm not even exaggerating right now. You know, I'm not even exaggerating right now. Like, it's just fucking hard. It's just honestly fucking hard. Like, personally, I feel like, what have I not done in my life? I just sit here thinking every day. I try to work, you know. Misogyny is just everywhere. First of all, men don't even see us as humans. Second of all, they don't see us as equals. No matter the relationship you have with a man, is he your boss? Are you his boss? Is he your security guard? Or is he just walking down on the streets? They just treat you like an object. They just look at you like you're irrelevant. They just think of you like something that doesn't matter. Like, it's just life leading us one way already. Like, you don't even have a chance at life already. Like, why do I even exist? Why do I even fucking exist? Like, why am I here? Am I here to keep fighting for my rights? Am I here to keep fighting for survival? I saw a video yesterday talking about survival phase sucks. You know, you have to do what you can to come out of the survival phase, things like that. And I keep thinking, where do I go about starting this with? Because I've always lived my life as a very, very selfless person. I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for, but I mostly always put people first, and I had to learn my lesson the hard way, to stop putting people before myself. I don't used to go to church, but I would give my tithes. I would give people my money as maybe like my tithe and offering. I'll give my mom my money, talking about if you want to pay it in the church, you can pay it in the church. But I don't believe taking my money to the church, but I help people with whatever I can. You know, I stopped when people started taking advantage of me. I don't even have real friends. I just had people that are leeching off me around me because go to Coco, she's going to give you whatever you want, you know. I was just that person to every person. I was just that go-to person. And people will be like, aren't you happy that when people think about money, they think about you? That does not make any sense to me, because who do I think about when I think about money? I do stupid, crazy things that people judge me for, but they still rely on me for financial favors. They still rely on me for things, you know. I can't live in this life anymore because I don't know how to live. I just don't know how to go about living. I'm so drained. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of trying. Some people say when you're alone, it's like a red flag because nobody wants to be around you. But the truth is that people who are alone right now are just tired of human beings. Like, everybody are just the same. Most humans are just the same. And you see, this trust issue is ruining my fucking life. I've always treated people like the way I would want them to treat me, but I've always been stabbed in the fucking back. I don't have friends. I don't throw the word friends around anyhow, because I've learned disgusting, horrible lessons from people that I allowed into my life. I don't let my guard down. I don't even want to talk to anybody because I'm just too sweet. The moment I start talking to you, I start letting my guard down. I start being comfortable, while the other person is just thinking in their mind that I'm just too much. And people don't like me around because I'm just too honest. I don't know how to sugarcoat anything. I don't even know how to pretend. They don't like it that I'm just the way I am. And I just can't help it. Sometimes I also think maybe I'm actually just too much. But then I ask myself, I don't know how to exist any other way than this. I hate pretending. I hate lying unnecessarily. People tend to do that effortlessly. And it's just so hard to fucking thrive among humans like this. I don't mind isolating myself. I enjoy isolating myself because I just don't feel comfortable around people. I find myself doing things that I really love when I'm alone. I find myself thriving alone. I find myself doing these things alone. But most times people call me snob. They treat me like a disease. They treat me like I'm proud. I'm being proud. They treat me like there's something wrong with me. Don't you even like it that I'm not trying to bother anybody? Don't you even like it that I'm not trying to make silly friends? I've been in that place. I've been in that space where I try. I mean, it gets really lonely, but I don't even care. I don't even care because it's peaceful. I've been in that place where I try to make friends and people just feel like, I mean, every single person I try to make friends with already have their friends. People I try to build a family with already have a family. So I just thought I'm better off alone and, you know, I'm doing my thing. Because how can you live like this? How can you live like this? It's hard to find someone that thinks alike just the same way you do. When I give you things and I expect you to, when I'm nice to you and I expect you to return the same energy to me, and when I'm in need of help, I don't see anybody around me to help me. And I just isolate myself basically. And maybe there's something wrong with me, I don't know, because all my life I've always felt very, very lonely, even while I was with family, you know. But I came from a very dysfunctional family, so I can't just decide that something is wrong with me. Most of my personalities are literally coping mechanisms, you know. I've just tried to survive the only way that I can. And seeing that video, I've just been thinking, how else can I try to live without constantly being in the survival mode? I still can't figure anything out because it goes back to where you came from, being in Nigeria, and it's not even making anything easy right now. All your efforts, if you're not born privileged, if you don't have people that are supportive around you, everything just goes back to foundation. How all of this came by, you're going to struggle. It's not about hard work. A lot of people work so hard and they still die toiling around the earth, you know. They still end up in a very, very bad place. Whatever you're doing doesn't even justify what's going to happen to you tomorrow. I always hear this people talking about what's the essence of doing all this when you're going to die tomorrow, and I'm like, don't you want to die? Like, you're still going to die, but I can understand what they're trying to talk about now. I can understand what they're trying to relate to, that, you know, Most of your actions don't even justify what happens to you tomorrow. You can do everything right in this world and you still end up in a bad place. Coming from a fucking dysfunctional family and trying to make a family and, you know, a community out of other people, and you just keep attracting the wrong people, you know. Some people will be like, hey, you need to work on yourself so you can attract whatever, and it's never really about yourself. It's just about certain circumstances in life, how you just destiny, whatever, all this bullshit. I'm at that stage where I don't even think I need to keep trying, because it just feels like no matter what I do, things are just always gonna be the way they are. People tell you not to think about things you can't control, but how long is this ever going to be for? Because how long is it just ever gonna be for? You know, the people who are in charge of the patriarchy, they really like the fact that they are in the position to oppress people. I was wailing about, you know, the things that happen to women, and you know, this guy said, so what do you want men to do about it? What do you want us to do about it? You know, most times men talk about how they are not allowed to cry, how they are not allowed to show their emotions. Well, you created the system, you know, you created the system, so just suck it up. But that's a big lie, because you people literally kill women every day. You show that emotions, that you like, you don't know that anger is an emotion. You dish out insults to women, you literally kill women. That's enough emotion. Let's say we show our own emotion by killing men, so you know, then you understand how much of a emotional wreck you guys are. Honestly, I wish I wasn't an empath. Like, I wish I don't feel this much emotions. I wish I was actually heartless. I see how freely these people live their lives, people who don't think about things, and I see how normal they live their life, while I'm just here always feeling too much. I overthink, I overlove, I overfeel, and then I overhurt. I can't even find a fucking balance. Every time it's always one thing, it's always something every fucking time. I wish I wish they could invent a brain that doesn't make me too self-aware. I wish my brain could release some happy chemicals, you know. I don't care about nothing anymore. As much as I say that, I still care. As much as I say that, I still fucking care. At this point, I'm not even doing anything right now. Sometimes I enjoy nothingness, but sometimes it drives me crazy. It drives me so crazy that I feel like I can't just do nothing, you know. But no matter what I do, most times, no matter what I do, I still end up being hot. I still end up feeling like nothing is ever working out for me. I still end up feeling that way, you know, and the fact that nobody really gives a fuck. You have to just figure out everything by your own self. Two people had fucking sex, and I'm here today trying to figure out my life, you know. I can't even have a pet. Sometimes I wish I could have a pet. I was going for my, you know, I was outside exercising one day and I saw a stray dog, and the dog kept circling around me, and I felt really bad. I was like, bro, me and you, actually, we are lost. You know, I'm lost too. I wish I could take you home right now, but aside for the fact that I know you probably run away too, because I don't even know where you came from, I also feel like I can't take care of any other thing aside myself. I mean, I love myself so much, and sometimes I can get messy, you know, leave things around, don't care about anything, but I don't even think I can take care of anybody as it is right now. Even me, I need taking care of, you know. And that's just how life goes. I came back home that day just thinking about the dog, and I almost shed a tear out there in the public, because this dog kept running around looking at people, looking for someone to just take it home or something. And I'm just like, bro, this is exactly how I feel, because ever since I've been born, I don't feel like I belong anywhere. I used to cry in the middle of the night, and one day my dad asked me why I used to cry, you know. I'm sure he woke up to go pee and saw me crying. Then he said someone told him when I was smaller, I'm not saying I'm the wisest person in the world, but I've always just been, I don't know. Imagine me remembering something that happened to me. I mean, maybe most people do, but I just have unique experiences where I remember everything that has happened in my life. I mean, I was barely 6 years old at this time, and imagine him telling me, someone told me that, who is the person that told you? We are the only person living in this house, so I know you saw me crying. And I don't even know what to answer you, because even in this family, I don't feel at home. I see a lot of people saying, build a community, do this, do that. Bruh, I still feel lonely in the midst of humans. You see these people who are depressed, and they do videos about, after hanging out with friends, once they come into their house, they are just empty. They just feel empty. It's not about having friends. It's not about having this depression. Is just there sometimes. I just hope people who run their mouths don't get to experience things like this, so you can understand how overwhelming the feelings can get. I'm not sure what the problem is exactly, and growing up I've just got to experience so many things, and now I'm just fully aware of the world we are living in, and it doesn't make it any better. When I trust people, I just, damn, it's just so horrible, and it adds to my whole